Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher with another perhaps controversial subject, and the subject is concerning circumcision. Should men get circumcised? You want to think about that for a moment? Men, if you're not already circumcised, and women, if you are pregnant with a baby boy right now and have not brought it to fruition all the way yet, and you're due in the future at some particular time. I don't believe in circumcision. Now, this is my belief, and this is based on just something real simple, the truth. When women are born, when a woman has a female child, the doctor doesn't cut anything off of the female. So why would you allow the doctor to cut the foreskin off of your baby boy's penis? I know it has been done traditionally for many, many, many years. It all pretty much stemmed from a Jewish custom of circumcision, and that goes all the way far back to biblical days. We don't live in those days anymore. For a man to have his foreskin cut off, most people are saying that it's for cleanliness reasons, hygiene, because it's easier for him to clean his penis. BS. If he was born with a foreskin, he was supposed to have it. God doesn't make any mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. So what gives anyone the right or permission even from the Creator that made everything perfect to cut the male's foreskin off? No one has given you permission. But I know many of you follow traditions and customs without ever really thinking about what you're doing. And maybe when that child starts to get older, if he haven't been circumcised, when he's in a shower room in the military situation, which is usually a multi-shower type situation, or maybe if he's in college showering and someone's going to look at him, maybe somebody's going to talk about him because he doesn't have his foreskin circumcised. But who cares what someone thinks? That has everything to do with how you raise your child, your male child in this case. I'm not circumcised. I don't know what the reasons were for my mother not circumcising me, but I'm happy today. There are hundreds of thousands and even millions of men in America and even the world that haven't been circumcised. I've never had a problem with a foreskin. I have several children. It has nothing to do with reproduction whatsoever. It has everything to do with that is how we were born as men. And apparently we needed the foreskin in the grand scheme of things. I perform very well, and I have performed very well with my foreskin. I know some people may not want to hear this kind of talk. It's the truth. You don't have a problem when you go to a doctor for a physical and they take your clothes off, or you take your clothes off and you have your butt out in the gown and they're looking at your body and examining you. So why do you have a problem with this subject? It's the truth. Now, of course, when you go to have your baby, the doctor's going to give you a choice. Do you want your male child circumcised or not? And you'll make a decision. Ask yourself why you're making the decision to circumcise or have your child circumcised in the first place. But again, I go back to what I originally said. When women are born, they don't have anything cut from their body. When males are born, they have their foreskin cut from their body. You were born with it. Why take it away? And the same thing is true, and I'll touch on it from this standpoint. I've seen and I have experienced, I might do a video later on this, but I've seen and I have experienced firsthand. People have said over the years, you know, I've been in retail for a long time, and I would be clean shaven, and I was clean shaven in the military. But people will say sometimes when my beard gets long, maybe you should shave your beard. For what? If you have the ability to grow a beard, then you're supposed to grow the beard. Because if you stop shaving, it's going to come back anyway, because it's part of your nature. It is part of who you are, your own DNA. Stop changing things that God has given you and being ashamed of those things that God has given you. How God has created you is a beautiful thing. Stay beautiful. I'm not saying that you can't shave. You can shave. I do shave occasionally, and I allow my beard to grow back sometimes. I'll cut my hair sometimes, and I'll allow it to grow back sometimes. That's okay. But something that is permanently part of your body, such as the foreskin of a man, why are you cutting it off when it's part of who you really are? The question might really be, do you know who you really are? This is Brother Teacher. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I will respond. So long.